Well, good afternoon. This is Jennifer with Sheverse, and she is Artistry. I'm going to be talking today about the new moon in Taurus, okay? Coming up on Friday or Saturday. Well, Friday, you'll start feeling it on the 29th, but it will be coming in on the 30th, okay? And this is a very, very powerful new moon. It is also the first eclipse of the year. So eclipses can come in with that kind of change, right? It's like, oh, wow, I didn't expect that. What's going on? What happened? And oh, wow, that's happening. Okay. So there's this kind of energy coming in, but it's also a very exciting, supercharged new moon. Okay. So we can look at it a different way and we can kind of utilize and harness the energy and create a lot of amazing positive change in our lives. Okay. Like change that unforeseen change, seen, dreams that we've never even thought of. Okay. So, this also brings up, Taurus is about values, self worth, comfort, home, beauty, and finances. Okay. Interesting that the sign of the bull is also a symbol of Wall Street. So it's definitely the month that you would want to, make some changes with your finances. This could also allow you to truly step into your power and know your true value and your self-worth. Okay. So, I know there's a lot about money and worth, and, there's absolutely nothing wrong with wanting money, as we need to live comfortably. We want to live a comfortable life. And we want to be able to share that with the people that we love the most. Okay. It's been coming a lot in, correlation with Taurus and Chiron as well. If you have a Taurus and Chiron, that is about wounds of loss and self-worth and security. It could even bring up your old conditioning, could be limiting you from your true beliefs about money. If this is you, I'm also going to be putting out some great resources this month about that, about money blockages, in regards to that energy. This moon will definitely help set the stage, for a clean slate and building a new belief system on the truth that we all have access to an infinite supply of money. And it's perfectly okay to want money as it's part of living. We are here and incarnated here on Earth to experience what life in 3D has to offer us. So we're here to learn how to create and co-create and how to enjoy life in the physical form. So, we've heard, we're a spiritual being having a human experience, but we're also physical beings here. Part of the journey is coming back into the body and learning how to have that physical experience. Okay. We do have a material world. So while we're here, we get to experience this reality, seeing the beauty of creation, and a part of that experience is money. So, money is energy, it's currency, it's flow. It's not bad or evil to want money or to need money. It's simply a form of currency or exchange, just like a conversation. So it can help you realize what you want to invest in. Do you invest your energy in things that drain you? Do you spend money on things that take from you, etc.? Those types of things will come up. So this moon will also help us to align with our destiny. So you may have something of unique value to offer the world. And with Uranus and Taurus, which also is the planet of expansion and electricity and those aha idea moments, you can also tap into this energy as well. So Uranus is, it brings in that sudden change and even radical reversals. So things that you may not expect. So it's also, being triggered by Mars this month, and Mars is taking action. He's born brand new. He's been reborn. He's ready to go after what he wants with passion from his soul. He's not thinking about it. He is feeling about it. So this is like radical action. Okay. This is what this energy is bringing in. So a good affirmation that you could use is, I am open to opportunities in whatever way they present themselves. I am worthy to receive abundance, love, and all that is aligned with my highest destiny, as I trust that the universe is always working out what's best for me and for the highest good of all. excuse me, new moons, they always represent new beginnings. So this eclipse is definitely going to lead to open doors, open windows, and bring to you entirely new paths, okay, from the cosmos. So possibly ones that you didn't even think of. They're going to open up. So this is all about opportunity. There is opportunity everywhere. So just being open to that. All right. If there's something that you want or that you desire, this is like an invitation to align with that. Your soul knows, your heart knows what it desires, and we can allow the beauty of creation to lead you down this path, but we have to be open and believe, right? And we can ask ourselves, lead me to my soul's destiny, and just be open to the magic of it all. So all new moons, they're typically powerful moments, okay, for manifestation. Under a solar eclipse, it's actually better to be with the flow, okay? So we don't want to be as intentional, like I have to, because we don't want to force the flow, but it's that natural intention that comes up, that natural, oh wow, okay, I like that, and you just kind of flow with it, and we trust what the universe brings our way. So it does also, this could also activate a soul contract, or tend to bring any fated events that help us get to that next level, that next chapter, or even open a new book, in our spiritual evolution. So you may be closing cycles, opening your eyes to parts of you that you haven't seen, or that you've known they've been dormant, but now they're kind of activating. And this also allows you to activate your hidden magic and really own that power within you. So, you may be presented with some surprises. They may not, they may not seem comfortable at first. They may not seem like, wait a minute, I asked for this, and why is this happening? But sometimes things have to be torn away or just removed, but they are lining up perfectly for where you need to be, right? Where you've asked to be. So this moon, it can also actually accelerate our timeline. It can bring forward, anything that's inevitable, basically. Okay. So it's like, okay, this has to kind of happen for you to go forward. So things that we may have avoided, or things that we may have put off, they're going to come through, so we can get to the next level. Okay. And they can also happen very quickly under the energy of an eclipse. Now, it's extra true for Taurus. Okay. So again, the planet Uranus is very active. If y'all are familiar with Aquarius, Uranus also rules Aquarius. So Aquarius is always going with ideas and very active. But with that Mars energy, it's going to be able to ground it. Okay. It feels safe and secure and rooted in the idea. So it can fully be materialized. All right. So Uranus, again, is known for bringing surprises. And they may even appear out of the blue, like, wow, that was random. Okay. But the energy, it promises always some type of radical shift from one state to the next. Okay. So where maybe you've been over here, you're going to like shift immediately over here and see things completely different. So perception is bound to change, right? Perspective as well. So again, it can be a bit shocking in the way that it unfolds. All right. But ultimately, the goal with this energy is to bring you more freedom into your life. All right. It's weird that sometimes we can hold on. It's almost like we're granted freedom and we don't know what to do with it. And it's like, oh, I'm independent now. But wait, so we have this interesting way of holding on to something familiar, right? But I'm free, but nothing is familiar. So I need to grab that. But that is really kind of your comfort zone. So it is allowing yourself to have that moment of maybe uncertainty or unknown as you transition from what was comfortable to, what's new. And again, it allows you to decling, I should say, or trust more, right? It's kind of this, again, it is actually freedom, because you're given the freedom, but yet, you don't know, again, you don't know what to do. You need to cling on to something. So this is really just finding that intimate part of you that connects with your source. Okay, I'm secure with my source, with the universe, with my loving God, whatever you go to. Okay. But it does want to liberate us from, all that is holding us back so that we can step into a more authentic, truer version of ourselves and have that be our life, right? And our reality. So think of how you can embrace some of this energy. What steps do you need to take to liberate yourself? How can you, how can you redesign, recreate, be the artist of your life to be a truer, more authentic, more passionate rainbow reflection, of yourself? How can you do that? And how can your outer world really reflect that? This may have to do with your comfort level and really, self-discipline. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in a, forming good habits, replacing old habits with good habits. Okay. So because Uranus is the planet of awakening, okay, again, surprises are going to show up. Again, we can look at it as, okay, wow, that was a wake up call. I really needed that to happen so I could reassess my path and the actions I'm taking to do that. And so there may be something that comes in that's very uncomfortable. It kind of puts you in that place of feeling scared or lost, or that you're going to lose something. And it could really target your security level. Financial security could be your home, anything like that. But if you look at it as, okay, is this trying to tell me to, what am I doing? What is distracting me from this? Why have I not been making this a priority? How can I make this a priority? What do I need to change that will, allow me to, not have this occur later on, right? And so again, it may just bring to the surface that maybe we've been focused too much on this over here. And it also brings us out of the dreamy state where if we've been fantasizing and we're not really tending to what matters and what we really feel is important to us, it will actually bring us into that place of it's kind of like a force, but a good one. It's like that good nudge of, I'm just trying to help you out here. So again, it's almost like we can tug and push and resist, but at the same time, if we really take a step back and look at it as, okay, this really happened. Number one, some of the things will happen to show you how far you've come, how much you've grown, and how you're not reacting to a situation the same way that you would have. And then it can empower you, and again, it will also come in to show us areas that, okay, you know what? I need to take accountability. I haven't really been tending to this. And so what do I need to remove out of my life so I can be, so I can actually be doing what I love, you may lose a job, you may lose a house, and it's like, why is this happening? Well, aren't you wanting to pursue that dream? Well, yeah, but I need money. And it's like, but wait, you know, let's follow the soul here. This is going to ask you to trust. This is going to ask you to trust that, your worth, like you are valuable enough to make this happen. So again, there are a lot of things that can happen, but if we can kind of take a step aside and look at what is it really showing me, and it brings us back into this more reality of like, okay, wow, all right, I need to make some changes. Okay. Um, so again, you could look at it as just like a time to reassess things. Again, they can be very painful, but if we allow ourselves to blossom with the energy, rather than retreat, kind of like, oh no, I don't want to, then it definitely leads to, an amazing outcome. All right. So now Jupiter and Venus, they are also really high in the sky right now. Like there are actually, I think there was a meteor shower this morning where there were 5 planets. Kind of, you could really see them from the naked eye. And really Venus, you could see her the brightest. All right. And then Jupiter right behind. So, this is a perfect alignment. All right. It's offering this like nurturing, this very sweet, loving, these vibrations. So Venus also is the ruler of Taurus. So again, it's going to be very strong, very love, just beauty and just compassion, and it's going to give for this softer expression. So it's kind of nice because Mars will be doing this, like, I'm going to go through this with radical action, but it's not going to be with aggression. It's not going to be with force. It's going to be with this added energy vibration of Venus, adding this like soft, kind of harmonious, right, action. So it's going to be really a nice, different kind of flowy energy. All right. Very harmonious, very rhythmic. I'm just feeling like a symphony here, So it's like no matter what this brings, you're going to see the silver lining. You're going to see that it's much easier to go through this energy, to even evolve with it when you are in that flow, okay? And you just allow the changes, okay? You just go with it, and it's like, okay, I'm not going to take this as a blow to my ego. I'm just going, you know what? This is just a part of life. And the more I can allow it and, work with the energy, it transforms me as I go through it. Okay. So again, opportunity. All right. The combination of all the planets right now. Okay. It's really going to allow us to really bring these wishes that have been sitting there really into reality. Okay. So again, if there's something that you have been working towards for a long time, this is definitely going to bring you those rewards for all of your hard work. Okay. Um, Again, we just have to believe that, we're worthy of receiving. Okay. Do you believe that you're worthy of receiving what it is that you want? All right. So again, really requiring us to set goals and execute them. Actually request, ask for what you want from the universe. It's a good time to bring your full awareness and focus into your heart center, okay, and make sure that you really are open to receiving and that there's nothing blocking the way of you receiving exactly what it is. So again, do you feel worthy of receiving? If you think about whether or not you're worthy of receiving, you may not get to the full expression of, do you feel worthy? And if you feel worthy, how does that feel for you? Okay. How does it feel when you receive what it is that you've asked for? And you could even look back at a time and say, gosh, I remember when I didn't feel worthy of it. I remember when, this happened, but now I feel that. Okay. And again, Taurus is the sign associated with self-worth. So if we can bring our attention to where we hold our value, where we hold our worth, any hidden feelings of unworthiness, okay, this is going to be allowing us to kind of meet that energy with self-love, and really nourish that. So again, very important time for those with Chiron in Taurus. As I've been speaking a lot about that over the past month or so, probably because the nodes have been in Taurus as well. So I will definitely be, bringing in some more information this week about Taurus and Chiron, about money blockages. It's so funny how sometimes we don't even know we have a block. We can say, no, I'm open. But when somebody asks us a question, it's like, then we stall and we're like, oh, wow, I didn't even realize that I had that block there. And, something that came up for me that I'll share was, I was in a past relationship where, I made bonus money and I was a good salesperson. And, I would get these really nice bonus checks. And I was younger, like 23, 24. And I had never been on like a vacation. And I was like, hey, husband, let's go on a vacation. And no, we need to save that. And I'm like, why? He's like, well, we have to pay, make sure all of this is paid. And we want to save for retirement. And I'm like, I'm 24. But it was something where I felt like I couldn't spend my own money because I had earned it. I had worked extra hard for that. It was almost like a bonus for me. It wasn't my normal income, but it was extra money. And I really wanted to reward myself but for some reason I never really got to. So that had been laying there, sitting there dormant of, wow, okay, I feel like, why am I, like, I went to go get myself some acupuncture, and I was like, why do I feel guilty for getting myself some acupuncture? But I had to ask myself, why do I feel that way? And I was like, I'm like, I earn money and I want to take care of myself and I want to spend it on me. So, you know, I don't know. Some part of me was just like, wait a minute, this is my money. There's a freedom in that. Okay. There's a sense of freedom in that. And that doesn't even have anything to do with worthiness, possibly. But it's more like I'm allowed to spend my money. I'm allowed to make money. So it goes both ways. I'm allowed to make money. I'm allowed to receive money. I'm allowed to receive care. I'm allowed to spend money on myself. I'm allowed to invest in myself. I am worthy of receiving my own love. And again, it's like this interesting relationship with self. Like, I'm going to give myself permission to, you know, be valuable, make money, receive money, and then spend money on myself and also share it. So again, it's really, are you allowing yourself to do what you want to do with your home, with your finances, with your health, with how you do things in your career? So again, it can really stem from permission, right? Like, I give myself permission to even feel worthy. Maybe someone said, well, how dare you? How dare you accept that? And it's like, you never know. These things can kind of add up. So I allow myself to receive, I give myself permission because I am just as worthy as anyone, right? We all are. So just something that came up that I thought I would share. But yeah, so I'm going to add also a document in the description box here. And it's just some journal prompts that you can use for, you can write down your manifestations, write down your goals. There's a mantra that you can say under this time, you know. But yeah, you'll be able to access that here, and look for the Chiron in Taurus. And also, I may do, and actually more so, a webinar, because I feel like it would be easier to have more engagement on that, as far as the money blocks go. So, always feel free to reach out to me. I do transformational sessions. I also do, healing sessions. You can, uh, book a coaching call or just a discovery call. Or you can just email me and share your story or any questions. Okay. All that information is below. I do appreciate you guys, and I will see you for the next moon or the next topic. All right. Have a wonderful day.